Butai's second free throw is good to tie the game at 35, though Waianae may have gotten away with a lane violation. Reverse layup by Andre Corpuz goes down. A beautiful finish there by the senior guard. Run some clock.
Take care of it. You got to get something easy here if you're Radford.
Feed inside to the lane. Harmon left it short, gets his own miss, puts it up, puts it in! Isaiah Harmon all over it.
Harmon's got to at least have a double-double right now.
Where the Rams lead Waianae 39-35. Paul Brecht, Zoar Nedd on hand, bringing you all the action of tonight's OIA West clash. As the Rams looking to extend a 2-game win streak, the Sea Riders trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Sampayan into the corner, back up to the wing for Harmon.
Radford doing a great job of using a lot of the shot clock here. Got to get something easy.
Sampayan with 7 on the shot clock. On the left elbow looking, gives it up top. Here's Dizon, got it to go as the shot clock expires. Caleb Dizon with a big time bucket and a 6-point lead now for Radford.
I'm not actually, I have no idea where you're going to go through for a 2. Oh, but you get a steal.
Great steal right there by Waianae, and it's because of what you mentioned before. You go back to that press that you see earlier in the game, and some more troubles for the Rams in the backcourt. Post feed down low to Thomas Tucker, kick back out to Preston DeQuip. DeQuip, one more pass to Malaki, back up top to DeQuip.
Now that I think about it, DeQuip might be the best option with 7 threes on the year. Probably 8 now after draining one early in the third quarter. That's a good look right there.
Beautiful dump off by Jansen Butai. For Butai, it remains a 4-point game. And with 50 seconds left, you do consider playing a little bit more aggressive if you're Waianae, no?
You got to start fouling. You have no fouls given. You're going to have to be given a lot of fouls to get into the bonus. If I'm Waianae, I'm definitely fouling here. It's 30. The time's just ticking away.
10 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. Radford still with a 4-point lead. Sampayan tries to muscle it up, left it short. Harmon tried to get it up, didn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and now no shot clock. Waianae has to foul, and now they do. As Benaya Jury whistled for the foul. It's the first against this. Especially when you're trying to get back and get a steal right here. You want to be a little more physical as Thomas Tucker throws it away.
The clock has not started.
And immediately fouled is Isaiah Harmon. As you mentioned, some clock issues there. Eventually it does run, and it feels like probably enough time.
Clutch up and make a 3.
That's Herman Ellis. Second free throw is good for Dizon. And Waianae will call for timeout, and this is Waianae will look to inbound. They'll toss it ahead to Herman Ellis. Ellis will pull up from the left wing, off back iron, no good. Jury will put back the miss, and that will be how it ends. Here inside Jim Allegra Gymnasium, where Radford holds off Waianae 42-39. Paul Brecht, Zoar Nedd bringing you the action from tonight, and a fun one, Zor, from start to finish. A lot of defense, a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals, and a lot of high-paced action. And at the end of the night, you see Radford continuing their win streak, 3 in a row now for the Rams, and now 7 straight losses for Waianae.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good game. I felt like once whoever was going to win the turnover margin was going to win the game. I don't have a complete stat sheet, but I'm pretty sure Radford probably won the turnover margin, especially in the second half. Good performance by Harmon. It was really a good game just to see everybody play hard and you know, have fun out there. That's what high school basketball is all about.
It really is. And both coaches before the game, when I chatted with them, the biggest things that they were looking for was the energy, the effort, the discipline and whatnot. And obviously the discipline sometimes throughout the night was a little bit tough, but nonetheless, there was never a lack of effort. The attitude was good throughout the night. A technical foul called for obviously stepping over a player, something that Isaiah Harmon can obviously not do going forward, but nonetheless still a high quality night from him. And you're listening to the DSE Hawaii post-game report. As we look throughout the night, plenty of impressive performances for different reasons. Of course, Thomas Tucker leading the way for Waianae with 12 points and goes 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Some good moments from the junior forward. You can see why he is the leading scorer for the Sea Riders, but also moments for him where he struggled getting around the double team. He struggled making a decision quickly, and in turn resulting in plenty of turnovers as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's where Waianae can make their next step. If they find an answer for, when he does get doubled, somebody else being able to step up and being able to make plays instead of him. And I feel like they're at their strength when players are attacking and they're dropping the ball off to him and he's getting easy buckets, because there's not a lot of people with enough size to match up with him in the OIA West.
And it'll be important for them to continue to give him those drop-off opportunities as they go on throughout the rest of the season. You see tonight, it's a 7-game losing streak, but still plenty of talent for the Sea Riders. You see they're right on the cusp of snapping that streak, especially on the road against a quality Radford team. The effort was high there all night, and in a lot of ways, they made things really difficult for guys like Isaiah Harmon and Nate Hartline, which then leads to guys like Landon Lee stepping up off the bench, and a few other guys, obviously J.D. Dansell, who started this game, also playing a major role in being able to hold on to the lead late for Radford.
Yeah, I think, Waianae, it doesn't feel like a 0-6 team. I feel like they have all the qualities, with the press and their size and their speed. I feel like the next step for them, they put together a good 3.5 quarters of basketball, just being able to finally finish a game. And I think a lot of that comes from, you talked about earlier, they having a team that had a really good JV team the year before, just making that adjustment into varsity basketball. A lot of those players, varsity basketball is a game of possessions. You got to be able to master possessions. And down the stretch, when they were turning the ball over a couple times, or not executing, even late game situations, not executing the foul count, which we'll talk about in Vogue a little bit later, how we don't like that. But I feel like that's the next step for them, being able they have a great foundation. The Coach Kilborn is a really good coach. I used to play under him when I was a senior in high school. So the foundation there is just putting together a full game of basketball. Full 4 quarters of basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't a full 32 tonight by any stretch for Waianae, but you can certainly see how they can get there. On the other side for Radford, they didn't necessarily play the full 32 as well as they could, but the effort was high all the way through. They don't get down on themselves at halftime despite being down, and part of that is led by the guy who leads them, and that leads us into our Fun Factory VIP of the game. And tell you what, if you want to talk about a Fun Factory, we mentioned his name all throughout the night. It's Isaiah Harmon, of course, the senior guard for Radford, who was fantastic throughout the night in terms of his effort, his rebounding, and his attack against the Waianae defense that gave a lot of his teammates issues. He ended up getting to the line plenty. He got to his spots plenty, and he is tonight's Fun Factory VIP of the game.
Yeah, really great performance from him. He has a really high motor. He played hard the entire game. He probably would have played the entire game if he didn't pick up that technical foul, double whammy, where he gets the foul and the technical foul and the personal foul. But one thing I just like to see from him is just taking his time at the free throw line, really knocking him down, because right now he's at 56% on the year. If that's about eight more points, he could be averaging high 20s, maybe mid 20s points per game, and that could only help his team even more, especially with him getting to the line as much as he does. I just hope that he really, towards the end of this part of league play, starts to hone in on the free throw line and really start to knock him down, because that could be really one of the biggest difference between Radford going far in the playoffs and then being out in the first round.
Certainly an important player for the Rams, and was important tonight. Your VIP of the game presented by Fun Factory, Isaiah Harmon, 13 points, 5 of 12 from the free throw line, but a double-double, grabbing, we lost count of the rebounds throughout the night. A really fun player and a fun watch throughout this evening. tonight, just another example of that. We would be remiss before we get out of here. I know we gave the VIP of the game award to Isaiah Harmon, but both of us also do want to kind of give a shout out to Landon Lee tonight, the sophomore for Radford, coming off the bench, the second leading scorer for the Rams, and a guy who played his role and then some in a big win.
Yeah, you definitely love to see underclassmen step up in a big game like this. He was able to kind of give them a sense of steady in a lot of these press breaks, and he seemed real confident bringing the ball up. You know, all of his decisions were crisp, and you could see it in his play today with the amount of points that he scored. I'm pretty sure that's probably one of the top, amounts of points that he scored this year. And it's good to see a guy like him coming on, and hopefully he can continue this for the rest of the year.
Yeah, certainly an intriguing prospect for the Rams, and somebody that if you are head coach Travis Armstrong, you're pretty excited about having to come off your bench at this point as well. That'll just about wrap things up for us here from inside Jim Allegra Gymnasium as Radford takes down Waianae 42-39. And just one more time, a reminder, you can catch the recording, of this broadcast or any of our other play-by-play broadcasts wherever you get your podcasts. Relive the moments of this game and others at hawaiisportsradio.com or wherever you get your podcast. That'll just about wrap it up for us. I'll give you the final word tonight as you join us for your broadcasting debut, our first time together on the mics, and a fun night. What say you, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pleasure to be with a legend like you. I'm just glad that we can find a way to have a good show tonight. Just have a great week.
Always a great week to have a great week. A great start to the week for Radford as one more time they take down Waianae 42-39 here at home. For Michael Lescaro on site taking photos and doing some wonderful video stuff. You can check that out on our YouTube. Ku'ule Agbayani back in studio keeping us on air and on time. For my partner Zoar Nedd, I'm Paul Brecht. Mahalo for listening, and we'll chat with you next time. Aloha.
Isaiah, congratulations on this win. Waianae, they came out early on you guys and took the early lead, but you guys came back. How'd you guys do it?
They did. We just had to work together as a team. I'm really proud of my teammates because they stepped up when I wasn't able to play when I was out. So we just had to keep our head right and play hard. We had to play disciplined basketball and play what our coach told us to play. That's how we came back and won.
On the schedule, on your guys' record, this I think your third straight win, at least at home.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are now at 500. So how motivated were you guys coming into this game?
Well, we were really motivated because we came off of 2 wins, 2 strong wins too. So, yeah, it really put our heads up high. But this one, we got to humble ourselves and just get ready for the next game.
Waianae, they scored 14 at first quarter, but every quarter after that, they didn't hit double digits. What happened? What changed for you guys defensively?
We just had to play more discipline. That was the big thing, is playing discipline. As soon as we started playing discipline, we started shutting them down on defense.
And then talk about your players, your teammates making big shots. Right? I think Landon, sophomore off the bench, had 8 points. And then I think Dizon and Corpuz, right? They made some big baskets there at the end to kind of give you guys a cushion. Kind of talk about them.
I was really proud of them today because they stepped up. I wasn't able to play because I had 4 fouls, but I still played something. But they came through big, and that's really what helped us get the lead and win for this team.
And talk about your performance. I think you got like 13 points around there. Talk about kind of stepping up for the team.
I stepped up. It wasn't my best game, but I could play a little better. I just got to take this one and just improve off of this.
Got to ask you about the free throws. Wasn't too hot there, but in that second half, you did knock down 2 straight. I think. What did you tell yourself to kind of make sure you got those?
Just to relax. I think I was rushing everything. I just had to tell myself to calm down.
Season's almost over, right? This is you guys are riding hot. What do you think has been key for this win streak?
Just teamwork. We play together as a team really well. I think everybody shares the ball. We get to our spots. That's what really helps us keep this win going on.